Hello everyone. Number one, suppose you have planned a long ride which is Mumbai to Goa, and while returning from there you are riding up to 120 km per hour, and all of a sudden your tube gets burst. How would you feel? Number two, suppose you have gone to attend a party with your wife and friends, and while returning from there around 12 o'clock in night, your bike does not start. How would you feel? Number three, suppose you have gone to give a short ride to your mom's city ride, and at a point of time your bike gets turned off automatically. Later on it refuses to start. How would you feel? Number four, number five, number six, number seven, there are many instances which have taken place with me. Just wait, I'll just let you know, I'll share my entire personal experience with you guys. Just wait, let me give a quick intro of mine. Well, my name is Akash. I hail from Bhopal, and in Mumbai, like since so many years I have been living in Mumbai because of my work. So you guys can call me a Mumbaian now. By profession I am an assistant manager into a leading bank, and by choice I am a social activist. Along with this I am a pro rider. I have been riding since so many years. Like I have done many rides, some of which are like Mumbai to Goa, Delhi, Bhopal, Jaipur, Manali, Ratnagiri, Ganpati Phule, Talkalli, Malshes, etc. And yes, how can I forget that? The most popular one, especially among youngsters, Leh Ladakh. I hope you must have guessed already when I said most popular one. But this is my very first vlog, and I hope it would be frequent now. So please subscribe my channel and press the bell button as well, so that you can be updated about it. And trust me, I'll give you guys the reason to stick with me, stick with my channel. And अगर मजा नहीं है तो भाई साहब पैसे वापस. That is all I can say. Well, now let me start. The moment I saw this bike, Himalayan bike, onto those big fancy ads, I instantly decided to buy it. But and the reason, what happens generally, I don't fall for recently launched bikes because these bikes create a lot of nuisance, lot of problems. You guys know it, the riders especially. But I have been riding Royal Enfield bikes since long, like Bullet, then I had Classic 350. So I had a good experience, so just I decided to go for it. Along with this, like I thought this will suit my personality because this bike is obviously tall, and I love tall bikes because obviously I am tall. So on that note, I just went for it, and the final conclusion is I wanted to go for it, so I bought it. Now since last 1 year I have been riding this, so based on that 1 year experience I will let you know what I have felt. Now all of you must have heard the tagline of Royal Enfield. It is something like made for all roads, made for no roads, right? But I personally think they should change the tagline, and they should keep it expect the unexpected, because that is what happened with me. Let me explain. One fine day I was riding onto Vashi Mankhut Bridge, which is one of the most busiest bridge in Navi Mumbai. It connects to Vashi and Mumbai. It shares the most speedingly moving crowd, right? One can ride up to 80 km per hour easily, and I was doing the same. I was riding on around 80 km per hour, and all of the sudden my tube got burst. Now thing is that I, with my wife, with my bike, was sliding from one corner to another. Let me explain. Suppose this is the bike. Now the rear tube got burst, so sometimes it was going like this, sometimes it was going like this. So basically it was deciding the direction of my bike, or I was sliding horribly. It was just like a Tom Cruise movie was being shooted that day, and obviously I was the hero of that moment. Now thing is that, for a serious note, if that day we would have been fall down, then definitely we would have been run over by any vehicle which were coming from behind. If not, then we would have been banged by any car, truck, whatever. were behind us, because my speed was decreasing drastically, like from 80 to 40 to 0. You can understand, it was a tube burst. But in both the cases I was very lucky, because first of all I could control the bike, and second I'll wish a very good luck, good life to the driver who was driving his Fortuner behind my bike, because he applied the brake in the best possible way he could, because nothing spooky, nothing horrible happened that day because of that driver, I would say. Basically, like, actually that driver thumbs me up for controlling my bike, but I knew who was the hero of that moment. Obviously, the driver. Now, the entire bridge, which is around 2 kilometers long, you guys can Google it. I was pushing that 185 kg ghost machine onto the entire bridge. I was sweating, I was tired. Like, as you know, it is not easy to like pull a punctured bike, right? I was sweating, I was tired. My bike was walking all the way along behind me, and there was no space to even move. Actually, we were terrified, we were scared that nothing should happen till we cross the bridge. And finally I crossed the bridge, and I found a puncture shop where I got my tube replaced. And guess what? There was nothing into my tire. No nail, no keel, I mean. Nothing. It was totally fine. Well, the very next day I went to the Royal Enfield Service Center. I explained everything to them very calmly, because it was a very first time happened, or it can happen. It is a machine ultimately. कुछ हो सकता है. And it is not like कि पहली बार हुआ और मैं उन पे जाके चिल्लाने लगूँ कि तुमने ऐसा किया, तुम्हारी वैसा ऐसा हो गया, मैं मरते मरते बचा, चल साले निकल बाहर, देता हूँ तुझमें. It was funny, but nobody should behave like this if it is very first time. And they people also behaved in the same way, like nothing had happened. They also told me कि सर कोई बात नहीं हो गया, तो आपकी फर्स्ट सर्विस नहीं हुई है, गाड़ी आपकी हीट अप हो गई होगी, इसलिए ऐसा हुआ. एंड टू माई बैड लक और वॉट एवर यू कैन से, दैट डे माई व्हीकल वॉज स्टैंडिंग इन टू सनलाइट फॉर अराउंड 2-3 hours. So I was also convinced, maybe because of that heat and all, it is a new bike, it may have happened. I was convinced with the whatever they guys told me. But trust me, that day nobody bothered to tell me there's a tire cracking issue going on with Himalayan bikes. Yes, boss. There was a tire cracking issue going on with Himalayan bikes, and how I came to know this, I'll just let you know after this incident. Now, after the assurance of Himalayan mechanic, I was all set for a new ride, and I planned a new ride with K. K is by the way my wife's name, and with my friends, which is Mumbai to Goa. This is the most horrible ride. This is the most horrible ride of my life. We left for the Goa. When we reached there, and while returning from there, let me tell you something. Like, the moment you depart from Goa till up to around Sawantwadi, there is a very smooth national highway. It is in very good condition. One can ride up to one's maximum limit as well. And I was doing the same. I was riding around 120 km per hour around. And all of a sudden, my tube got burst again. Now, thing is that actually the people, the guys, the bikers who have faced the similar problem, they can relate with me very well, because in case of puncture, you can control your bike easily. But if it is happening, like if tube burst is happening, then probably you cannot control it, boss. Because instead of making a small hole, your tire is like, आपका जो टायर है वो फट जाएगा 2 भागों में, right? So most probably your speed will be 0. Your like rear tire, whatever tire, right? In my case it was a rear tire. It would be on ground totally. You probably cannot control it. The moment it happened, and I tried to control it, but in fraction of seconds I understood, boss, नहीं होगा, possible नहीं, I cannot control it, because my bike was like shaking, moving heavily, horribly. It was just like a boat into a wild thunderstorm, or you can say it was just like an uncontrollable bull. that day I could feel like Royal Enfield people always talks about thump, right? That day I could feel the thump into my entire body along with the bike. And finally, we both dig our grave onto that concrete road. And I was almost unconscious for 2-3 seconds, because when we were in the momentum of falling, that time my wife flied a bit and crashed, whereas I was very much firm with the handle or was sliding with the bike almost 10 meters away with my wife, because it was very first time happened with me. It's like since last 12 or 13 years I have been riding, I never fell down. So it was very first time. I don't know how to behave in such situations. So I was just trailing with the bike. And after 2-3 seconds when I got unconscious, I just felt some people are screaming, splashing water on me, get up, are you fine and all. When I opened my eyes, suddenly I realized, where is Kay? And I saw that she was lying down around 10 meters away, 10-12 meters somewhere away from me. She was lying down on the road. Somehow I got up, even though I was in pain. I went to her, tried to help her to get up. She got up and I saw she was in pain because of me. But what can I do? It was not my mistake even, but I was in guilt already because of all this incident. Luckily there was no fracture into our body because we both were wearing knee and elbow pad, right? And to our misfortune, actually that day we were not wearing our jackets which we usually wear. That day it was horribly hot, so we both kept our jackets into our friend's car, and we were wearing like those elbow and knee pads. Because of that our joints were okay and we were just bleeding, but it was horribly painful. When we were lucky, like our friends were coming from behind and they took us hospital immediately. And after 1 hour, I think 1 or 2 hours, the hospital people also discharged us after dressing up, because there was no fracture, so nothing else was required. Now I was not in the condition of riding, so we went back to Goa again because it was the nearer. Meanwhile, we called to RSA people and Royal Enfield Service Center and Showroom of Goa, and we requested them to deliver our bike to Mumbai because I was not in the situation of riding. But guess what? We received a very lackluster response from those guys. They told us, sir, there is no such procedure, we cannot do it. You have to rely upon some other means like bus, truck, whatever you can. Now that time I was already in very foul mood. I was not in the mood of arguing with them. So we decided to find out some other means. So very next day, half of the people came back by car and bike, and rest of the people came by train after assurance from the hotel manager that he would be delivering my bike to Mumbai, for which I had to pay around 6,000 again. And this is not the only money which I had paid because of this incident. I suffered more than 1 lakh rupees loss because of this. How? Altogether we had 3 cell phones, all were broken, our watches, our jeans, and many small losses like insurance of my bike. I had to pay something for that. And the biggest loss, which is biggest for me, like I'll show you. I hope you guys can see the marks here. Because of this I suffered a shoulder pain, horrible shoulder pain, and I could not go gym up to around 8 months. I'm basically a gym freak kind of guy. I don't miss going gym. But इस accident ने बहुत कुछ करवा दिया जो मैंने पहले नहीं किया था. Now after returning from Goa, I went to Royal Enfield Service Center, and trust me, I made everybody left and right. I went out my entire frustration onto those guys, and I just thought, I expected that those guys will come onto their knees and will regret deeply and apologize deeply, I should say. But to my surprise, nothing like this happened. They were as cool as a cucumber. And now they said two golden words to me. Sorry, sir. Golden words? Well, leave it. Now after that, I just claimed the insurance, and this is the time when I came to know there is a tire cracking issue going on with the Himalayan bikes. Like you can see the picture of that particular circular which is issued by Royal Enfield. What problems was taking place at that time. All problems are mentioned into this. Now, after 15 days, I got my bike back. They changed a lot of things like gearbox, clutch plate, some coils, and especially the rear tire. Now, after that incident, I made a lot of short rides, and trust me, every time my destination was same. Now just pause the video and comment into comment box what may be the destination. Let me tell you, it was service center every time. Home to service center to home. Home to service center to home. It was scheduled. My bike liked the service center so much that it wanted to remain there only every time. कभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम, कभी गियर साउंड, गियर बॉक्स का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, कभी क्लच प्लेट का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, कभी मैग्नेटिक कॉइल का इशू, लाइक ऑयल लीकिंग, एंड समटाइम्स माय बाइक इज into most of the time my bike was into loading vehicle. It is just like this, like Dhanno, sorry, like Basanti, and like I'm like the guy, I cannot even say Basanti नाचना मत, क्योंकि ultimately it is my bike and problem तो मुझे होगी ना, क्या यार. Now after 6 months of this incident, and one more thing, every time I used to tell those guys कि please have a full checkup of my bike, जो भी चीज़ है उसको सही करो, सही करके दो proper, and every time they used to assure me, sir अब की बार प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा, trust me, trust us, विश्वास करो. Leave it. After 6 months of this incident, we went to attend, like K and my friends, we went to attend a party, and around 12 o'clock when we were returning from there, my bike did not start. Again, I checked the batteries, fuel was there, whatever things I could do, I did, but it was not starting. And yeah, one more thing, like just before 2 months of this particular incident, which I am referring right now, I will put the video somewhere here. I went to give a short ride to my mom. She came all the way from Bhopal to Mumbai. So I went to give a short ride to her, and at a point of time, automatically, my bike got turned off. And later on, it refused to start. Now, that time those guys told me कि sir there is a wiring issue, अब की बार ये problem नहीं आएगा, हमने पूरा wiring ही change कर दिया. But now again I was facing the same problem. I called to RSA people, but phone was not connected. I called to service center people, either phone was not connected or not picked. Now I was totally pissed off. Because suppose if you guys fall into such condition, how would you feel? Your options are A, very happy, B, furious, C, you will feel like to break your head by hitting it into wall, and D, none of them. Now don't ask me this question because I don't know what I was going through at that time. What I was just furious, and I don't know what I was actually going through at that time. But what I remember, I was embarrassed. I was actually embarrassed because sometimes my mom is standing on the road, sometimes my wife is standing on the road in night. I'm pushing my bike, calling my friends to help me out. My wife is walking all the way along behind me. So what is that? What kind of, like, for this I have spent 2 lakh rupees, boss? Seriously? That day I was so infuriated that I just parked my bike in front of a shop on total risk and came back with my friends. I didn't care anything whether it is going to be stolen or not. I just came back, and next day I took leave and called to service center people and asked for the direct number of Royal Enfield manager, because the guys we guys are dealing with, they are not from Royal Enfield, they are the dealers. I got the number, I called to Royal Enfield manager and explained everything to him. I insisted either to change my bike with even classic, exchange my bike, or keep it with you, I don't want it, this troublemaking machine. Now that guy, just listen carefully, that guy told me Sir, we are really sorry for the inconvenience caused to you because of us. We understand the problem. There are many Himalayan owners who faced similar problem and all the problems are resolved now. Your problem is that, listen it, you are not treated properly. Let me repeat, you are not treated properly. Boss, I should clap for you. Our Royal Enfield manager is telling me you are not treated properly. I want to ask, who has treated me? Your own people, boss. आपके खुद के लोग मुझे ट्रीट कर रहे हैं and you are telling me, like, seriously, this is the thing I'm expecting from a Royal Enfield manager. Well, by the way, I knew this. Now the bike is registered on my name. Neither it can be exchanged nor can be returned. So I told that guy, that manager, to send an expert of Royal Enfield who can find out the problem and can actually eradicate them. Right? That guy took my matter on priority, because meanwhile I mailed to Royal Enfield people also. You can see the copy. 1 second. I will show you the copy somewhere here. Right? You can see the copy also of the mail. Now that guy again changed everything from my bike. Changing to bahut hui, right? Again clutch plate was changed, wiring was changed, ignition was changed, lock was changed, and after 2-3 days I received my bike. Now after that day I have not faced any major problems. Minor problems are still there, but यार देखो क्या फर्क पड़ता है माइनर प्रॉब्लम से. जिस बंदे ने तूफानों में नाव चला ली वो लहरों से तो डरने वाला है नहीं, राइट? थोड़ा फिल्मी है, बट दिस इज अ फैक्ट. And the reason why I have not faced any major problem is I am not riding now. Yes, I am not riding now. It is not that I don't love my bike or I don't like it. I just love my bikes. I think it is my 13th or 14th bike. I will count and let you know into my coming vlogs. I love all my bikes. I cannot afford to have even a single scratch on my bike. But thing is that now I'm not enjoying. I'm not feeling connected with it. More than enjoying my rides, I'm scared कि कहीं अब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो जाए, कहीं अब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो जाए. और इसमें मेरी बेचारी हिमालयन की तो कोई गलती नहीं है यार. गलती तो साला उन लोगों की है जिसने इसको पैदा किया, राइट? सॉरी फॉर माई लैंग्वेज, बट दिस इज द रियलिटी. Now my question with Royal Enfield is that, is Royal Enfield is a company we should not rely upon? My biggest question is that when you people knew what and all problems are taking place with the bike, why the hell you didn't resolve them on priority basis? You issued a circular stating what are the problems with the Himalayan, and you were waiting for owners to turn up and get them resolved. The moment we are giving our bike for service, you guys are sending us message, your bike is serviced, this much is a bill paid. But you don't have that much sense of responsibility to send a mail, message or call, or to have any kind of communication with the owners that these are the problems happening in your bike. Have a full checkup. Seriously? Were you waiting for somebody to crash, somebody to pass away, somebody to fall into a big fix and get injured like me, or somebody to get stuck at some weird off-road place which is your USP to sell it, where no help is available? Where is the customer orientation, customer delightness, customer centricity, and the most important, where is the professionalism, boss? My question is that, like, you people are spending a lot of money onto those fancy ads, but what about the inbuilt quality? Now today I see people are like waiting for this bike. There is a waiting of 1 or 2 months onto Royal Enfield Himalayan, whereas I am struggling to get even half of the amount in reselling. Boss, still you have time. Sudhar jao. Work on quality than on quantity. Understand? Because right now I am narrating everything in a very good way, in a very cool way, but you cannot imagine what kind of mental status we are into the moment we are falling into such problems. I hope nobody should face it. Well, now that chapter has been over, new chapter is about to come. I am going to buy a new bike now within 2-3 days, and I'll let you guys know into my coming vlogs. If you have any suggestion for me, then must write it into the comment box. I'll definitely consider them, because अभी ये वीडियो ऑलरेडी लाइक पहले वीडियो के हिसाब से तो ये वीडियो ऑलरेडी बड़ा हो गया है काफ़ी. So I'll not stretch it now. And please subscribe my channel and press the bell button. And trust me, you guys are going to enjoy my vlogs a lot. और वो मैंने पैसे वाला बोला था ना, पैसे वापस. Trust me, I'll do that. So come on, do it and share it as much as you can. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a very good life. And please keep the humanity alive. Bye bye.